What's up, guys? Got a fun one here for you today. We are going to look at some fun, funny, and wacky baseball cards, and some that I know you probably have never seen. Some familiar faces, but this is going to be an entertaining one. Cards are supposed to be fun. Baseball cards is a fun hobby, and what is more fun than having some funny baseball cards to laugh at? But I got a stack of them here that I've been wanting to put together a video on, and got a last couple things in recently so I could make this video. But we'll start out with this one. This one was unexpected. I just happened to pull this out of a pack recently. I got one of those Easter egg tops things where they have cards inside the Easter egg, and just to have one. I'd had the holiday Christmas balls ornaments before, and I never had the Easter egg, so I got that. So it's a 2025 tops, but this thing cracks me up. So incoming slam dunk talent. Okay, this is baseball, right? I don't know what these guys are doing. Maybe Warren D and CLE can tell me what is going on here, but yes, they have some serious hops. But this guy with his arm back, he's jumping up, arms between his legs. I have no idea what is going on here, but I just pulled it out of a pack. I said, that is goofy. I'll just throw it in this stack of silly cards to add to my silly card collection. That is just, I don't know what's happening there. So that is addition to this that I didn't expect. A few of these are going to be from the old 1990 Pro Cards CMC wax set that I loved, and I bought tons of boxes and built sets, and there's all kinds of crazy variations and things in this, but I have thousands of these cards laying around. But looking for other stuff in the set, I found a few other ones that were pretty funny, so I just included him. There's Chris Myers blowing us a kiss. It's like, I don't know why people decide to do certain things, but I've never seen a card where a guy's just like kissing at the camera guy before. So I had to include that in the funny and silly category cards in my collection. The Steve Hosey, and he was a pretty good prospect back then. But you know how some people put the bat over their shoulder when they're posing for a card? This guy put half the bat rack on his shoulder. I don't know. I don't know why, but that's not normal. But not to be outdone, Cash Beauchamp said he's gonna put more bats on his shoulder. So he's got freaking almost the whole bat rack sitting there on his shoulder. That is hilarious, man. Cash Beauchamp of the Phoenix Firebirds holding a whole slew of lumber on his shoulder. Thought that was just too funny to not put in this little collection here. Here's one of my favorites. This is back from the Stadium Club. Carl Everett showing off his bicep, and you got Jeff Bagwell photobombing there. I love this card, period. But yeah, just a funny moment. Him showing off his bicep, Bagwell laughing about it, and he's looking over to the side at somebody. I just love it. That's just a great card. He was a complete nut, but had some funny moments though. So that's definitely got to be in this. Now, Andre Dawson. So, you got this guy on the way to the Hall of Fame, superstar, MVP type of guy. You want to make a photo for a card of him. You want something strong and awesome looking, or you can make him like doing the hokey pokey and dodging a ball at his face. Why would Classic make this the card for Andre Dawson? The 87 yellows. Look at this, man. Legs all spread open. He's ducking out of the way. The ball's right there by his head. Maybe they were so happy they caught this shot with the ball right there that they just had to use it. But that is one funky chicken looking thing right there. That is not a normal baseball card. So that has to go in the funny and wacky category of card collection. Here's one I sent to Mookie Chilson. Now this is Bill Buckner, and he is, of course, no longer with the Red Sox in this picture, but this is hilarious. So Bill Buckner with the Kansas City Royals at this point, but he has a tunnel between his legs. Completely unintentional, but the infamous Bill Buckner tunnel between the legs incident kind of reflected in the tunnel between the legs card here in 1990 Upper Deck. So that one is too hilarious. I didn't want to show it until Mookie got his, but he's got it now. So that definitely is in the Hall of Fame of funny and wacky cards right there. Absolutely love it. Now, I've shown these before, but these were the impetus for me starting this collection back in the day. I always wanted these 3 cards in PSA 9s, and it was really hard to do. So once I did it, I was super happy with it. But you got the crazy 84 Fleer J. Johnstone, and the 3 classics, oddly, are mid-80s Fleer, but the crazy Budweiser head umbrella, it's just too funny that they made that his actual baseball card. But that is hilarious. 84 Fleer J. Johnstone. Then you got the 84 Fleer Glenn Hubbard, probably on some kind of fan fest today. You got mascots in the background. You got a big boa constrictor around his neck. Just a hilarious card. Just love it, but super hard to get these in 9s. So really, really happy to have this trio. And of course, who can forget the 86 Fleer, Mickey Hatcher. So he's got the giant glove. He was hilarious, man. That is a great, great card. That is just too awesome. So that was my kind of Hall of Fame trio of goofy cards that I always wanted to get in 9s, and completed that last year. I showed that off, but then I added this one. My buddy Shane Shoebox Legends told me about this, and I ended up getting a red foil in a 9, which is pretty awesome. But the 2018 Stadium Club Dustin Pedroia, oh man, that is hilarious. He is upping the ante with the giant glove game, and I had to add that to my PSA 9 goofy cards, added to my giant glove collection. But then there are a few more that I have discovered over time. This one a lot of people know about, but the same guy, Mickey Hatcher, did it again in 91 Upper Deck. He put the glove over the bat this time. So there he's got it just like a regular glove. Here he's got it over his bat. So he went from the Twins to the Dodgers, but he's still doing the same antics as before. So that goes with the giant glove card collection. Then I found this one, Jason Michaels. I absolutely love this card. So this is what, 04 Topps. So Jason Michaels got the giant glove in the dugout there with the Phillies. But what I love about this, and this year they put a small outline of the player in the corner, like if he's batting or whatever, it's literally a silhouette. They actually did that with him. Look at this. They actually did the outline of him with the giant glove. That is just hilarious. I absolutely love that. So that is one of my favorite giant glove cards now. Oh, I love the way they did that silhouette. That's just hilarious. And then one other one I found from Upper Deck. I guess this would be 96 Upper Deck. Juan Guzman, my guy with the Blue Jays back in the day. He was pretty awesome in that World Series run. But he's got one too. Check that out. With the Blue Jays, he's got the giant glove. Absolutely love that. That is too hilarious. Juan Guzman with the giant gloves. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 different giant glove cards that I've discovered over time. So oh man, this is just a fun collection, guys. Doing stuff like this with goofy, funny cards is just, it's a lot of fun. The next one, well, you know, there's a Billy Ripken, very famous card with the bat knob. And it's not really an error, but they call it an error, and they just wanted to correct and cover up the obscenity that was on the bat knob, and they did it in several different ways. It became a very famous card, but that is not the only bat knob card. There are other ones. So there was a Legends set, and this is a St. Lucie Legends set with Jim Nettles, not Greg Nettles. This is the younger brother, Jim Nettles. Pacific made this set with the minor league cards, and Jim Nettles has a bat knob card. So there it is. You may have not seen this one before, but he has writing on the bat knob as well. You might be able to see what it says there. So another obscenity bat knob card that is much less famous than the Ripken quote-unquote error, but there's another one. And then they did actually correct this one. It's one of the ones they corrected. Now they only corrected it one way, which was just to get rid of it. They just photoshopped some of the back color over there, and it looks completely like a normal card now. But there is the original error card with the obscenity on it with AH, and then they corrected it right there. So Billy Ripken is not alone in the crazy bat knob card category. An obscure set, legend set by Pacific has this Jim Nettles card that most people don't know about. Even less people know about this one. Now this is craziness here. This is from that CMC Wax 1990 set, and this is Scott Lusader, and he probably was number 6, I'm guessing, and somebody dropped an extra 6 before and after that. And probably only want to hang on to this card, honestly, but I had to show you because there are other bat knob cards. So that's probably the cruelest joke ever to be put on a bat knob. Now he's smiling. I don't know if he's smiling because he knows what's on there. I don't know if he's smiling because he doesn't know what's on there and somebody just played a trick on him. But yeah, why in the world would someone do that? I have no earthly idea. But that is the third and final crazy bat knob accidental card. They did not correct this one. So that minor league card, it just is what it is. But yeah, better get rid of that. Next up, I've got the Paul Gibson 1989 scorecard. This is another funny one, man. So a lot of people call this the crotch grab card, but it's just a guy behind Paul Gibson adjusting his cup. So you can see back here, guy's just adjusting his cup, trying to get comfy. No big deal, but it happens to be caught on the shot they took of Paul Gibson pitching. So they had to correct it, and they did. So what they did is they just airbrushed white in that area like this. So he has no hand at this point, but you can't really tell what's going on with it being fuzzy in the background. So if you didn't know better, you probably wouldn't even notice it, but they just airbrushed some white over that area to get rid of his hand. So the Paul Gibson crotch grab in the background, adjusting cup card, and corrected version. It's just hilarious. Some of this stuff is just too funny, man. Oh, dude. Next up, a guy with the Astros on a vintage card. Got Claude Raymond with the Astros, and he is crouching down here, trying to look all serious like he's in a fielding position, and his fly has come open. So shout out to Chris from Missouri. The barn door is open, and this guy got it caught on a baseball card, so even worse. But I found this copy. I thought it was pretty nice. It's not like a mint card, but it's just dead centered. Looks good for this little silly collection. But yeah, vintage Astros card of Claude Raymond with the barn door coming open. Oh man, it's just too funny. I had to have that one. This is one of the recent pickups that I didn't know about. Now, Garrett Buechele with the Green Jackets. So this is a minor league card, but he is using the base and the bat like a gladiator. We use a shield and a sword, and that is his baseball card. So that is one you probably haven't seen before. Augusta Green Jackets from 2012. Man, oh man, I love that card. That is a fun one. But yeah, super obscure card, but too fun and too funny not to put in here. Now back to Fleer with their proclivity to make these insanely funny cards be actual main baseball cards. We got the 1983 Fleer, Dwayne Kuiper, and this is hilarious. This is a real baseball card. He is holding the bat backwards and it's a broken bat. I love it. What a classic. The Dwayne Kuiper Fleer card, holding the broken bat by the barrel over his shoulder. Oh man. I absolutely love that. That is a hilarious card. So that 100% has to be in the wacky and funny card collection for sure. Now I've shown this one before, but this is the Pete Falcone from 82 Fleer right here, and he's holding a baseball card. So he's open packs over here. He found his baseball card in the clubhouse. There's a shirtless man behind him. Who knows who that is? But he's holding his 81 Fleer on his 82 Fleer. So here is his 81 Fleer. So shout out to Mookie. We got a Mets sighting here, but yeah, holding his previous card on his 82 card. I absolutely love this. And I thought that was the only case like that, but I was wrong. Fleer does a lot of funny things, or did. So 84, 84 Fleer has Larry McWilliams with the Pirates here, holding his way back 81. So both of them are holding 81s, but the other one was the 82 card. This one's all the way at 84, and he's holding his 1981 Fleer. So you got the 81 Fleer here. That's the card he's holding in the picture on his 84 Fleer. So I just love that. Card within a card. I wasn't even familiar with this one when I bought that other one, but I stumbled across this. That's just too good. Shout out to BK with Mac Wax Stacks. He got a stashy stash right here on both of these. Amazing. I love how Fleer just did some fun things. I mean, it's fun. It's baseball cards, right? This one is the kind of a puzzle with an enigma, all that kind of stuff. The Mike Perez from 93 Upper Deck. He is signing a card, but it's this card. So you got this card on this card and this card and this card for infinity. This is completely impossible. There's no way he has that card when he already has the card in his hand, but it's taking of this card with that card. I don't know. It's crazy. It's Photoshop, but it's awesome. Mike Perez, 93 Upper Deck. Totally hilarious. About to sign the card that he's taking at the moment. So there is your impossible Enigma card on card right there. I love it, man. Well, you're definitely familiar with the Nolan Ryan football card from '89 Upper Deck where he's tossing the football. But how about someone trying to hit a football? The two sport star, long forgotten, Brian Jordan. And he's he's about to try to hit a football with the bat. You got the sky in the background. What a great shot. That's just a killer baseball card, man. But yeah, he was not as good as Bo or Dion, but he was kind of the third guy up in that two sport race. And you had DJ Dozier. You had a couple other guys try things like that. But Brian Jordan was a really good athlete. But they made this card where he's getting tossed a football. I'm going to hit it with a bat. Really great shot, though, looking up at him with the sky. So that's definitely going in this fun and funny and wacky collection. Speaking of wacky, 97 Fleer Ultra, Joey Hamilton. These are great cards, by the way, with the hollow foil. But Joey Hamilton here in the dugout. And yeah, he's got a whole stack of hats on his head. That is just too hilarious. I love this card. I love it when they make mainstream cards with just goofy things going on. You gotta love it. That is fun. With the 97 Fleer Ultra, Joey Hamilton. Whole bunch of hats on his head. That is just hilarious. Another great one for this super fun collection. Next up, Roger Bailey has a Upper Deck card. I guess this would be 95 Upper Deck. So he is holding this sprayer up like a gun. It's like, what in the world? That is goofy enough, right? But that is not the reason I bought the card. The reason I bought the card was the back. So on the back, he's holding up a ball. And it says, "Hi, Mom, send money." Look at that. "Hi, Mom, send money." He's just casually holding it there while he poses. That is just an awesome card. I love that. I love this kind of stuff. "Hi, Mom, send money" on the back of the card. He's already got a goofy enough card on the front. Oh, man, you just got to love it. Still got a few more. Now, the infamous Keith Comstock, this 89 Pro cards here. Minor league card. There's a whole story behind this, but this is the ball hitting the crotch shot on this card. This is actually a really nice copy, and you got to be careful. There are fakes of these. They're reprints, but Keith Comstock getting hit in a bad area. But the story behind this is he actually had a bunch of takes trying to get this thing right, but he kept trying to tape it to his uniform, and he did. So he put a whole bunch of tape on there. You can't tell because of the way this is taken, but he taped it on there and then made this face with his arms out like he was getting hit. And the photographer took the shot. There's a video on YouTube, I think, with the photographer talking about this, but the infamous card of getting hit right there with Keith Comstock. But a lot of people do know about that one. Not a lot of people know about this one. So Paul Noce. This thing is in that CMC wax set again. And I discovered this and I was like, man, I know I got that. So I have a bunch of these, but this is too awesome. Nashville Sounds, Paul Noce, doing the same thing, but from the back. Here he is. Paul is getting hit in the butt there, so no doubt he did the same thing. He taped this up there, got it stuck to him, acting like he's getting hit. Oh man, that's funny. Doing the same thing from the other side as the old Comstock card. So guys getting nailed with balls on their cards in the minor leagues. That is just too fun. But I didn't know about this one. And I bet a lot of other people don't either. That's just too hilarious. But the funny thing is, he had done it before. So that's 1990 CMC, but in 88, even before that Comstock, 88, Noche had done another funny card. He had Iowa Cubs card where he's teeing it up. He's got the gloves on, he's got a golf club and the baseball down there. And that would not be good for that club if he actually takes that swing, but I'm sure he didn't. But yeah, same guy that 2 years later would do this. So he obviously was a hilarious, funny guy. I bet he was just an awesome guy to have in the clubhouse. Old Paul. But yeah, same guy with 2 different funny cards. I had to get that golfing one. That's just too awesome. Fun with baseball cards, guys. This is just awesome. Well, one last card. This one is up there with the classic combo rookie cards of all time, like Ryan and Kuzman. This one is an 03 Topps, I guess, with infamous stars on it. This is the infamous Brandon Puffer Jung Bong. That's right. This is the Puffer Bong or Bong Puffer rookie card. Yep, they put 2 guys on the same card with Puffer and Bong, and they didn't know it. But other people discovered it, and it has become a hilarious classic in the history of funny baseball cards. You got a guy with the Astros and a guy with the Braves. Future stars, which they were not. But that's it. That is the infamous Puffer and Bong rookie card that you probably haven't seen. But that's it, guys. Just a bunch of fun, funny, and wacky baseball cards. I had a bunch of fun with this. I hope you did too. I appreciate everything you do, guys. I really do. Thank you for all the nice comments and thumbs up and everything you do for me and the community. But hope you enjoyed this walk through my crazy baseball card collection. And until next time, we will see you guys. Thank you.